To the new program, All Groovy, man. I just want a bunch of folks in front of my porch to have a Coca-Cola, a sweet tea, or whatever your drink of flavor is, and let's just talk about life and how far we've come on the only 1340 WTAN Tan Talk Radio Network.
It's All Groovy with Robbie the Shark. Tune in Saturday afternoon from 12 to 1. Listen at your own risk.
Tampa Bay's Tan Talk. Entertaining and informative radio for the Sunshine State.
It's Saturday. It's 12 noon. The fire pit's lit out here on the front porch. And it's all groovy with the one, the only, Robbie the Shark.
Thank you very much, Matt, for the welcome to the show. But it's a bayou now, man. I'm living on the bayou. Yeah, I got a new place. It's wild. I actually live on a bayou, man. It's wild. I didn't know we had that here.
I didn't think so either. I didn't think this part of Florida had the bayou.
It's in Seminole. It's the end of Bay Pines. What do you call it there? Boca Ciega Bay.
Okay, I know we are.
It really is. It's wild, man. It's so pretty, so beautiful, and it's been a wild week. I've been homeless and what have you not, and finally I got a home.
There you go.
Thank God. And it's really groovy. It really is. It's a nice place. Seems like nice people. But I walked in the studio this morning here, and this is season 2, episode 11. So that's 52 weeks plus 11, 63rd week.
Yep.
Okay, so this is 63 weeks. I walked in, and I have not seen this over there. It was a Bible over here, and Jesus let me right to it. So I have to read it. And I don't care if you care or you don't care, but this makes a lot of sense. It's a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to shew forth the lovingness in the morning and thy faithfulness every night. Upon an instrument of 10 strings and upon psaltery, upon the harp and solemn sound, for thou, Lord, hast made me glad through thy works. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. And I am here to do the Lord's work. And I'm not going to close this Bible because I'm going to put it back when the show's over exactly the way I found it. That's why I'm here, man. I do this. I know every week somehow Jesus comes into the subject, and that's what it is about. It's just about sitting around the fire pit, the bayou, whatever crap you live in.
Well, this is why we have the fire. We say it all the time. That's why the fire pit's lit here on the show. That's why you hear the fire noise in the background.
It's, just let some steam off, man. It's noon on Saturday. Hey, we had a tough week. Wow, what a week. Jesus Christ. What the hell did I don't even, where's my notebook at?
I don't know, but we got a couple people that are watching on the YouTube stream that keep asking the same question every week. Where's the blind? So where's Cheryl the caretaker this week? We still don't know.
Cheryl the caretaker, I talked to you that but before the show. And like I said, even my cabbie service, Sunshine Chauffeur cabbie service, I got to go get my book. I got to walk out here in a minute, and I'm going to take a 2-minute break here and just go grab my book. I got my notes. And it's not prescripted, but I have what I want to follow, what I want to go to. Hang on, everybody, please.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're not going to take the smoke. This is not Robbie's medication break. Robbie's just stepping out of the studio for a minute to go find his notes. You are listening to the Tan Talk Radio Network. 727-441-3000 is the phone number to call. This is the It's All Groovy show here on Tan Talk. Robbie has stepped out for a minute. This is Matt, the producer. Don't worry. He'll take his medication break a little later on, and we'll get into that in a second. But Robbie is back. He's got his notebook, and he is apparently ready to go. There we go.
I really apologize, man. Was so happy when I saw the Bible. I just everything went blank.
I told you this beforehand. You got your buddy Greg on the phone. He's here with us right now.
Hey, Robbie, go ahead.
Knew that the person who did this. You know who it is?
Oh, that's Bert.
Yeah, it's Bert. There we go.
How you doing, Bert? His real name is actually Brent. but I call him Bert because he's been my friend since I went to the VA February 2nd, 2014, when I first went to seek help. And he wonders, how can you remember that day? It's Groundhog's Day. It's the St. Petersburg Pelican Day. By the way, he did see his shadow, and spring is here in FLA. Ain't it great? Do you wish you were still down here, Brent?
Hey, what you doing, man?
Just grooving on the radio here, talking to Yik Yak, and there was something I wanted to say. You interrupted me too. I left my book outside. I'm not together today. My taxi cab driver was late. It's just like everything was just wrong today. It ain't working out for me, but that's okay. You have days like that. Who the hell is calling me?
People gotta start realizing. Don't be calling Robbie's bat phone. Call the actual studio line 727-441-3000. The bat phone doesn't work on the air.
No, what's funny is, man, I got my mute button on and it still rang.
Huh? That is kind of weird. Normally, if you turn the ringtone off on your phone, it's not supposed to ring like that. But might have changed something. You never know. It's maybe the settings on your phone.
That's how it goes.
Brent, I'm gonna blow you off for a minute because I didn't expect you to call this quick, but that's why I don't want to get sidetracked. I really don't.
I didn't mean
No. You're fine, Brent. I love the fact you're on the line with me, and you're going to comment on what I'm going to have to say right here. So this is great. But I am Matt. You might want to put me on a 30-second delay because I might swear.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Okay. Serious, man. I'm just going to be me this week. I'm not going to try to say sheet instead of
ship.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't worry. He's saying
I'm
ship.
just going to be
worry.
me. I don't care no more, man. Boom. The cloth is off. I'm sitting here naked. That's just the way it is. And I got sidetracked, and I'm not going to let it happen no more. Trump. I love Donald Trump and what he's doing. I really do.
We've noticed.
He's schmucking up. He's really screwing up. He did it 8 years ago when he, I'm not even reading here because this is truth. They wanted to get the VA to be better, so to get rid of the dead weight. But what happened was they fired the good people, but the people who suck balls and they got friends as bosses, they stayed. The ones that didn't suck balls and didn't pay to their boss and donate to this and that and the other thing, they went. The schmuck stayed. I haven't been to the VA hospital in 2 years, and I love my VA hospital. I worked there for 10 years. I love it. This VA in Bay Pines is number 3 in the nation. I think San Diego's number 1. I don't know who number 2 is, but wherever that's at, hey, man, you got great people, and they are great. And so many nurses and everything left after this COVID. Go ahead, FCC, shut me down again because I said COVID, SARS. Go ahead, shut me down again. Okay, let's get control.
You gonna be all right, Robbie?
No, I'm not. I'm not all right. But
I can do the math.
Okay.
Well,
Robbie, continue.
Okay, the thing is, they're going to get rid of these people and offer them furloughs, which is kind of groovy, man. I mean, what is it? 8 months, 6 months, whatever. Free money. If you don't want to work, if you don't want to come to work, you want to stay at home. Like COVID brought you to stay at home and do your job from home. And now you don't want to go into the office, which is helpful for business. Because if you go into the office, then you're walking across the street and you're buying from Wawa or this one or that one. It helps all businesses. If you're at home, you're not helping anybody. It's stupid. Get your back to work. Thank you, Matt. I actually caught myself there. Get back to work. Go to the studio. Do your job. Okay? Do your job. And you're just wondering, I got a lot of problems that I'm trying to get taken care of by the federal government. They're supposed to take care of me. And you're on hold for 5.5 hours. Why? Because they're at home eating pizza, watching TV, not answering the phone. Get into your desk where your boss can see you're not doing your job and smack you right across the face. You're fired. That's Trump. You're fired. You're fired. Gone, And but Trump is looking at the little guy. He needs to get rid of the bosses, Trump. It's the people in charge. Okay. This is the whole Democrat crap. When I worked back in the 80s and 90s for the Democratic regime in Allegheny County, and it is a regime, and you dumb schmucks keep for old as it's never going to change up there. You are so communist, it's ridiculous. Pittsburgh people were wonderful, but you're so communist, you don't know. You really don't realize the control your government has over you. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And that's how I lost my job there, actually. I created a union, but she brought in another union to beat my union, and they all voted for it. I think I told you about this last week. But it drives me nuts. I can't believe it. But my father was right. My father always said the fish stinks from the head. Follow me there? The fish stinks from the head. Jimbo, I love you, Dad. You're great. I miss you. I know you're up there with the Lord, but he said the fish stinks from the head. He always told me, he said, Robbie, he says, you are the weirdest person. This doesn't happen to normal people. I'm like, Dad, I'm not normal. And he agreed. But the fish stinks from the head. So cut the head, not the underlings underneath who actually do the job. And believe me, there are schmucks that don't do their job. Those are the ones that need to go. But you need somebody in there, Mr. Trump, which I want to tell you what, you definitely don't have the balls to call this show the It's All Groovy Show, 727-441-3000, Mr. Trump or Mr. Vance. You don't got the balls to call this show. Period. You don't got the balls to call this show. You want to talk to a young and upcoming punk? Do with a little man. I'm the little man.
You're so stupid.
I've been on this show for 62 weeks. Come on, give me a hand up, brother. Come on my show. You don't have the balls to even call, let alone sit in a chair next to me, Mr. Trump.
And didn't you say you put in the application you were going to get him on the show in July? That's what you were aiming for?
Oh, no, I'm in contact with their people, but they're not talking back to me. They're ignoring me now. What's the other senator? Fetterman. Fetterman. We might have Fetterman. We might get Fetterman. That's close. That's real close.
You're going to put Trump on the show.
Say that again, Bert.
He told me you was going to put Trump on the show.
Well, that is my goal. That is my goal. But, I think I might get Fetterman first because I think Fetterman will agree because he understands what I'm talking about.
I ain't so sure that ain't a better idea.
No, because my brother Grigor, who used to be the co-host on here, told me about Fetterman. Fetterman was a schmuck, this, that, and the other thing when he was the mayor of Braddock. I said, he played the game. You don't understand the Allegheny County, the Pennsylvania game of Democrat, not Democrat, Democrats game. And now he has power. He is the Joe Manchin of 2025. Okay. He took Joe Manchin's place. He has power and he knew it. He played the game. And now I don't care if you're looking at me, but bam, right there. And that was the middle finger. Bam, there you go. He's going to give it to him. And rightfully so, because he's actually looking out for the real people and what we're thinking about out here, not these immigrants and all this other crap. Immigrants. Okay. You know what? I got a farm, Brent. Okay. Next to your dad's. Let's just assume for a minute, right?
Yeah.
I got a farm next to your dad's. Okay.
Huh?
And your dad's cow breaks through my fence and has birth on my property. Is that calf mine? Or is that calf yours?
I can't be damn sure of that.
You didn't hear. You say,
Calf's his. It's half and half. The calf is his, but it was on your property, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm speculating.
That's the whole point. So she shit herself on my.
He said shift. Don't worry.
Yes, I did. I said shift. She shifted herself on my property. She hatched on my property. That does not make it my baby. That does not make it my part of my property. It belongs to the neighbor next door. Brent. That's Brent's cow. And Brent is going to raise that cow and cut that cow up, and we're going to have steak on Sunday. As a matter of fact, we ain't even going to let it grow completely here. We're going to have, what do they call that? It actually is calf you eat it. The beef is really good.
Don't worry, I'm trying to help him figure it out. Hang on.
Can't think of it. But anyways, I'm out there right now. I'm really. It's weird, man. I just moved.
No. Hey, Rob.
I ain't got it together. Go ahead.
No, you've made a huge amount of sense to me.
Did I really? Wow. I'm
yes.
shocked. I'm shocked that I actually made sense to somebody.
No, what you did was you made a huge amount of sense to me. I didn't realize I had never even. You and me have been friends for years.
Yes, we have.
But what you just said over the course of time made a huge pile of sense to me.
Groovy. If
And I
it,
didn't
you know, if
realize
it
you
made
had
sense
it
to
in
you, if it hits your brain that is smaller than mine, which is hard to beat, be smaller than my brain. If it actually hits your brain and made sense, and it's making sense to other folks out there who are listening, and I know they do listen.
I sure hope so.
I actually do. It's funny, man. It's so
And
weird.
I think your friend over there, who's the mask guy in there?
That's my executive producer.
Okay. Well,
Oh, Matt's great.
you must be able to figure it out too.
Oh yeah, Matt's great, man. No, he's fantastic. He gets the picture. He knows what I'm talking about, and he'll tell me
But
flat
I
out
tell
if
you
I'm
what,
wrong.
you made a lot of sense today.
Oh, that's what I did want to catch. We're talking about Trump again. Trump talking about my head wants to
You don't
explode.
want to go that
Listen,
route.
no, I got to, man. I got to because this is stupid.
Okay. I'm
This is
listening.
stupid. This is anti-Trump, and everybody is pro-Trump right now. Yay! We won.
Not everybody.
Well, most.
No, don't count me in that. I was
Okay.
never for Trump from the beginning. So, but that's just me.
But
That's
you
where you
couldn't
lose,
have been for Kamala.
I didn't vote, so I have every right to complain because I thought both parties sucked.
So
but again, that's just me
so then,
personally.
yeah, you don't have the right to complain because you didn't vote. You're right. And you sat on the sideline, so you did still make a choice. What's that song say? You know, by not making a choice, you still made a choice. I forget that there's a song that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later while you're on your break. I'll figure it out and I'll look into it later.
But you still have. When you decide not to choose, you made a choice. Your choice was not to choose, and
That's
just
it.
let it happen.
If you choose not to make a choice, then you made a choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a choice and just sit back with my popcorn in my hand and watch everything hit the fan. It was going to either way, I think.
I'm hungry for popcorn too, and I don't have a microwave. Damn it.
You're welcome.
I don't have a microwave. Damn it. I got nothing right now. I got a stove. I got nothing. I got no utensils. I want popcorn, man. I don't have a microwave. I got to buy one of those. But at any rate, Trump. They're talking about 15, 15, 15 tax. I'm not sure what all three mean, but 15% flat tax, immediate. Flat tax. So you go in the store, you're already paying 7%. So now that's 22% off of my dollar.
That's Trump shit.
Well, I
He said chip. Bert said chip. Don't worry.
I dig being fair.
Apologize, sir.
I dig being fair, and yeah, I'm going to get into that. Yes, I am. I'm going to tell you about. I'm going to tell you about taxation here in a moment. 15% flat tax. That's retarded. What you're doing is you are taking from the poor and the disabled. They got to now pay another 15 cents on a dollar for everything they buy, and they don't have too many dollars. I'm sorry. Your Social Security, they pay more to the illegal immigrants than they do to us Americans who've earned it, deserve it, and paid for it. That's ridiculous to do that. And I just hope Trump is listening, and I do think you're a schmuck. I love you, though, but you're a schmuck, and I'm calling you that because I'm trying to goat you into calling because I know you're listening. They are. Trust me, they are. Listen to Gutfeld tonight. There's going to be something I say later on in the show that you'll hear on Gutfeld tonight because they listen to me. It's happening.
What is that?
Say it again, Bert.
I can't get it on the television set. I'm watching it. I'm in the motel. But I can't get Gutfield on the damn television set.
I want to know something. Why can't Elon Musk do something about this? You know, they're bitching about Elon. He's not elected.
Good point.
Well, nobody in your damn bureaucracy is elected. Okay, they're all schmucks who are Democrat suck ups, and it's going to take more than Donald Trump to get rid of that. I mean, it is so deep, the deep state. Ask Lynn Kostellnik up there in
let
Pittsburgh.
me explain something to you, Robbie.
Go ahead.
Elon Musk he's controlling the whole shit.
He's what?
That's it. I'm cutting. I'm cutting Brent off.
Cut Brent off.
Yeah, he's done. I'm cutting him off right
I think
there.
Brent's been drinking this morning.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was trying to give him a little bit of leeway, but no, he's done.
No, thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
That.
You're
Brent,
welcome.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks for the call. Now, hold on a second, Robbie. We say this all the time. If you're gonna call into the show, 727-441-3000, please keep it within the bounds of good taste. Otherwise, we're going to do to you what I just did to Brent. We're cutting you off. Thank you. Continue, Robbie.
Well, yeah, it threw me out of the loop here a little bit, but I did want to talk about that too. Women's WNBA.
Okay.
When are they going to allow trans women, men in their league?
I don't think they're going to after what Trump signed. I don't think so, but I don't know.
The guys pretending to be a lady can go to other competition, if you will.
No, I think they completely cut it off to where it's you're born a woman, you stay that way, you play
that's what
women's
Trump
sports.
says. You know, there are only two sexes.
Yeah.
Actually, there's three because there is a thing as a hermaphrodite where you're born with both, but you either have a uterus or you don't. If you have a uterus, then you're a female with both sexual organs.
Right.
Sorry to be so undiscreet about that, but that is, you know, so that weirdo crap does happen, but don't display it in public. But you know, they want to. This trans are pushing it so much into sports, but the trans NBA, the WNBA, women's NBA, no, they don't have any men there. Why?
Because
they
the
know
men
it's
have
wrong.
and the men have their own league. It's called the NBA.
Thank you. And the WNBA don't make any money, so maybe they should get some trans on there to make some money.
Yeah, this is like we say at the start of every show. This is what we warn you guys. Listen at your own risk. This is what happens when you listen to It's All Groovy on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
I don't know where I want to go.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do.
It's just my
Yes, it is. All right,
it's
so
medication break.
I got this,
That's
Robbie.
why I'm lost.
I
Thank
got
you.
this. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I got you. So here's what we're gonna do. Robbie's gonna step aside. He's gonna step out for his medication break. When we come back with more of It's All Groovy right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, we will pick things back up where Robbie left off. And in order for us to do that, we're going to go to break right now and remind you that It's All Groovy right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network. We'll be back momentarily. All right, we are back once again here on the It's All Groovy show on the Tan Talk Radio Network. Matt, the producer, talking to you right now in studio for those that are watching online on YouTube or Robbie's Facebook page. Again, the reason why you're staring at an empty studio is because Robbie's out on his medication break, I should say. Robbie's out on his medication break. He'll be back in a couple of minutes. That's why you see an empty studio if you are watching online. This voice you're hearing is Matt, the producer. I'm on the other side of the camera. That's why you can't see me. If you watch on Facebook at the start and end of every show, I'm usually the last one you guys see, as I'm the one turning the feed on and off when Robbie does his show. Now, for those of you that have tuned into the show today for the very first time, that's why we have, when we play the commercial for the show, listen at your own risk. We say that every time here on the show because you never know what you're going to hear on the It's All Groovy show right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network. And the opinions expressed by the host and anybody who calls in on the show are that strictly of the host and guests on the show and do not reflect those of the Tan Talk Radio Network. So the opinions expressed here on the show are that of Robbie's and whoever calls in on the show and do not reflect the opinions of Tan Talk Radio Network, any of the shows and other hosts on the network, or anybody associated with the station. The opinions here on the show are Robbie's and Robbie's alone, along with that of the guests whenever they decide to call in. So if you guys want to call in, 727-441-3000 is the phone number to call. But again, we advise everybody who calls into the show to please keep the phone calls within the bounds of good taste, or you will be cut off by yours truly, since I'm the one handling the phone calls before anybody gets on the air here on the network. So, again, keep the phone calls within the bounds of good taste, please. Otherwise, you will be cut off before you can get your opinions on the air. And this is a big weekend coming up with the sporting world, in a sense, converging on the city of New Orleans tomorrow as Super Bowl 59 is taking place. Robbie will get into it a little bit later on when he does Top 3 to Beat the Bookie, although it's one game this week. It is Super Bowl 59 between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. And supposedly, two astronomical numbers are coming out of Super Bowl weekend. The price of a ticket for the game and the cost of a commercial for the Super Bowl this weekend. The cost of a ticket for Super Bowl 59 is $2,600 on the low end. For one ticket, for a low end, for probably a nosebleed seat at the Superdome in New Orleans, it is $5,600 for a Super Bowl ticket. Yeah, you heard me say that correctly. $5,600 for Super Bowl tickets for this weekend. That's what you're aiming for. And that's what we're looking at for Super Bowl tickets for this weekend. So tickets are $2,600 for the Super Bowl for the cheap end, and the price of a commercial, the cost of a commercial for this year for the Super Bowl for a 30-second spot is around $8 million. Companies are shelling out about $8 million for Super Bowl ads this year. And unless you're a fan of Kansas City and Philadelphia, somebody like me, I'm going to watch the game no matter what. I'm watching the Super Bowl for two reasons. One, the commercials, because most of them are pretty entertaining and have been over the years. But two, I'm watching the game because I'm a football fan. I have no rooting interest in Kansas City or Philadelphia. I could care less one way or the other about either team. I root for the Bucs in the NFC. Yes, I root for Tampa because I live in the Bay Area. I live here. Naturally, I'm going to root for the Bucs, but my hometown team is the New York Jets. You guys know this. You've listened to the network long enough. You've heard me say that in the air. I root for the Jets as my hometown team. I root for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC because I need an NFC team to root for. And naturally, I live in the Bay Area. Of course, I'm going to root for the Bucs. Well, I started to when Tom Brady left, but that's a whole other argument altogether. So, yeah, as you can kind of figure out, I have, and this is, again, it's just me personally, I have no rooting interest in the Super Bowl this weekend. But I'm a football fan. Naturally, I'm going to watch the game. $8 million for a commercial, $2,600 on the cheap end for seats at the Superdome for the Super Bowl this weekend between Kansas City and Philadelphia. That game is tomorrow. It is on, I believe, CBS. It's a 6:40 kickoff. It's either CBS or Fox, one of the two. And now,
CBS.
It is CBS. Thank you.
Yes,
Joining us back here in the studio is Robbie the Shark.
It is our sponsor of our program here, CBS, top of the hour, every hour, CBS News. That is your home for the Super Bowl, or as I call it, the Stupid Bowl. Stupid, STEWPIT, Stupid Bowl. And it really is. But tomorrow's game is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just going to go to the local watering hole, I guess, and watch it there because I don't have TV yet. God darn. I promise not to talk about this, but Spectrum came yesterday to hook me up. Oh, man, I hope he gets fired. I mean, the guy, he was so obnoxious, so rude, and I still don't have TV. I got to call them when I leave here, and I don't care. I've been without TV for a week, and I don't like that because I get a lot of I watch the news and all that crap, and I enjoy it. So it's been kind of weird just to listen to radio for an entire week. I like to see a little visual. That's why I look at me on YouTube, watch my ugly ass, and have fun. Anyways.
See, I kind of started to mention this before. I want to get back to one quick Super Bowl point before we let Robbie keep going with the show.
Bowl. No, the Super Bowl. That's
so,
where you got me at. When I was sitting out there smoking my cigarette and taking my medication.
Yeah, the game
Michael Dvorak, by the way, out there. I'm gonna steal your bike. Who don't have the real guts to put his real name on Facebook, and then I don't know what you're typing me here and with this FOPP whatever it is. Matt sees it.
I see those comments on YouTube.
I can't even respond. I told you call in. You don't have the balls.
Yeah, 727-441-3000.
You don't have the yayas to call in, and I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna hate you. Call in. Tell me what you don't like. It might be groovy just to hear somebody else, you know?
So the location for the Super Bowl the next 4 years, including this year, it's at the Superdome in New Orleans tomorrow between the Eagles and Chiefs. Next year, Super Bowl 60 is taking place from Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. It's
Wait, where's Santa Clara?
Right out, that's the Bay Area. Right, San Francisco.
San Diego.
San Francisco.
Okay.
Home of the Niners.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Then the game, Super Bowl 61 in 2027, is actually taking place on Valentine's Day. It looks like February 14th. It's taking place at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. And Super Bowl 62 in February of 2028 is taking place at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So it's going to be...
When are they going to have a Super Bowl in Pittsburgh?
Truth be told, the last time they had, and I was thinking about this the other day, the last time they had a game in cold weather, you got to go all the way back. It was at Dome Stadium 2018 in Minnesota at US Bank Stadium between the Eagles and Patriots. But the last time you played an outdoor game in a cold weather setting was 2013, Seattle and Denver from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. That's the last time you had an outdoor game in a cold weather venue.
I remember that. That's right before I
Seattle blew out Denver.
homeless.
Seattle blew out Denver that year.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Long time. Jeez.
43-8 was the last time we had a cold weather game. It was Seattle and Denver.
I'd like to see that. I mean, I hear people complain, that it always should be in a dome, controlled atmosphere. No. That's what makes it fun. Like the Buffalo Bisons. You got to play in the snow.
I want to see a game at Highmark one year. I do want to see a game in Buffalo in the snow one year.
I would
absolutely love to see that.
Absolutely. Well, you're from Long Island, so you're a snowbird too.
Kind of.
And I'm originally from Pittsburgh, and
you're as much of a snowbird as I am.
I'm so glad to be down here. I mean, it is such a different world.
Well, this.
No, I want to say something here.
Sure.
Nice about Pittsburgh is so different. It is so unique. It's so unique. The people there are wonderful. They talk to you walking down the street. Hello. You don't get that in Florida because we got all these schmucks from New York and Boston and Chicago. We got all these weirdos down here, man, and everybody keeps to themselves, and it stinks. Pittsburgh is just so open and loving. If it wasn't so damn cold up there, I'd move back, and which everybody would want to definitely shoot me. Come on back, Robbie. Put you out. But no, it is really, it's a neat place. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, of course, started there, if you didn't know that. That is Pittsburgh. PBS started there. And that is actually a real town. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, that is real. Sugar Plum. I can't remember the name of the actual town up there, but I've been there. Daly's Drink Juice, whatever their hub there, where you fill up your tractor trailer. It's right there. Somebody from Pittsburgh maybe let me know what that is. I can't remember. Lebanon. I don't know. But anyways, it's a real place. I mean, it really is a real home. What you saw on TV as a kid, that was real. And that is what Pittsburgh people like was Mr. McFeely, you know, the what you call it, mail guy. That's what it's like, man. You talk to your mailman. Hey, how you doing? You know, you talk to each other, and not just business. I don't know you. I don't want to look at you. Don't smell me. I stink. Well, I know that, but you don't have to know that. But it is really, I do miss that part about Pittsburgh. I wish Florida was like that, and I'm trying to bring that attitude here. Any place that I go. Matter of fact, Stupid Bowl tomorrow. Guess I'm gonna have to go to bowling lanes. The closest bar I have to me is a bowling alley. It's like a quarter mile away, so 5-minute walk. I don't want to go to a bar, but it's a bowling alley. They got pool tables, so I can.
You got a place to be able to watch the game and do something to entertain yourself
and see people.
Right. Well, I got a question for you though. Do you have any interest at all in the halftime show?
None.
I'm not the only one. Thank you.
Never did.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever seen one. And with
I barely remember any of them.
What was the clothing mishap that happened with that?
Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I never even saw it.
I didn't know it happened. I was half paying attention.
I don't watch that.
I never have. I get picked on for it by friends at home for not watching the halftime show. I don't care. I'm there for the commercials and football.
Halftime show, man. You got to go take a pee.
Exactly. Well, that's basically what I do. I'll sit out,
take a crap, whatever.
Well,
man.
I've done that the last couple of years. We've gone over to a friend's house to watch the Super Bowl the last couple of years. And whenever the halftime show rolls around, I take my headphones, I go out in the backyard, I plug them into my phone, and I watch random stuff on YouTube for 20 minutes because I could care less about the halftime show.
I do not at all. It's totally useless. And all the money they spend, because, I mean, there are millions and millions and millions across the world, people that watch this crap.
Well, then again, whatever money I think they make from the $8 million they spend on commercials, they turn around whatever money was made from commercials and spend it on the halftime show.
That's what I wanted to mention.
Sure.
That's what I wanted to mention. Troy Aikman said it. Troy Aikman, okay? And I believe he is doing the Stupid Bowl with
I'm double checking
Mr.
that.
Brady.
I'm checking that now. I don't know. That's two different networks, Robbie. They're on two different television networks.
Okay. Well. Anyways.
Yeah. All right. Apparently, John Baptiste is singing the national anthem. Kendrick Lamar and Nas are doing the halftime show.
Who the hell is that?
I don't know. And
who?
Kendrick Lamar and SZA are doing the halftime show. It shows how little interest I have.
Jeez.
So the telecast is on Fox. Troy Aikman has nothing to do with it. The broadcast team is Kevin Burkhardt on play-by-play.
Kevin Burkhardt.
Tom Brady on color. Brady. And the two sideline reporters are going to be Tom Rinaldi and Aaron Andrews. And Mike Pereira is the rules analyst.
And you know what? I'm surprised about Tom Brady because I do not like him, of course. I'm from Pittsburgh.
Well, I don't like
nobody
Brady.
likes that cheater.
Unless
he's
you're
a
from
cheater.
New England.
He only has that many Super Bowls because his team paid off the refs, just like the chefs are trying to do right here again this year.
And I still argue this to the day I die. As much as I hated Brady, I don't think he cheated. I need physical proof of evidence to believe that. Otherwise, I don't buy it.
Do I have to smack you in the head?
I don't buy it.
Are you blind?
I don't buy it with Kansas City. I don't buy it with New England. I never have. And I make this argument all the time. You don't want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl every year? Beat them. Beat them in the playoffs. That's the only way you're going to stop Kansas City. That was the only way you're going to stop New England.
So that wasn't a first down last week or 2 weeks ago.
Depend.
No.
Spot on the ball, you missed it by inches.
It was not a first down at all, huh? But the ref on the right, who had the better view,
said it was a first
correct.
down.
The ref on the left, who had the worst view, he walked in and made it short. And then when you watch it, and you watch it repeatedly on Facebook, it's a first down. The ball needs to cross the line. It did.
Really? Then explain to me why Buffalo couldn't overcome it by dropping too many passes. Josh Allen can't do it all himself.
Well,
and congratulations to Josh Allen in all seriousness for winning MVP.
They're afraid of getting penalized. And I'm serious. Now, I was an ice hockey referee, man.
I know you were.
And I mean, the most, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but honest you would ever see. I mean, I actually refereed my son's games, and they were like, ship. Robbie, you're not, because they know I'll call a penalty on my own son. I don't care. It's a game.
You enforce the rules.
You keep the ice level. And I've had more one goal wins than any other ref. And they call me in. Actually, screwed up. I think I said this last week. I should be in Columbus, Ohio, being a referee. But
you're not. You're in
I
Clearwater,
call
Florida, hosting
seriously.
a radio
It
show.
doesn't matter to me which team. And I get, what the nice thing was, I'm not only keeping the game even, I'm being a cop. Okay. I'm being a cop. Yeah, you want to piss on me because I'm a cop. And that's what you are as a referee. And I don't care, but you get to watch, man. And some of these players, one of the kids, God, I wish I remember his name, but they couldn't believe I put him in a penalty box. They said, you don't understand. This guy is going to the AHL next year because they're grooming him for the NHL. And he was like a 14-year-old kid. And I'm like, I don't care who he is. He did what was wrong. And I talked him over at the bench to when he's in a box and all that. And say, you screwed up, right? He said, yeah. And he actually said, thank you. For treating him like anybody else rather than, phenom. And the guy, I wish I could remember his name. It was so many years ago, 15, 20 years ago. And he did make it in the NHL. And that's the point, is just keep the field even, keep it level. And that's what I want to see. And now, after all that's gone on, I don't care what you say, Matt, there's no doubt. Everybody sees it all over the internet. There was cheating in Kansas City, Missouri. No, Kansas City, Kansas, which is much nicer than Missouri, by the way. I don't know if you've ever been down there, but it is a city in 2 states.
There is 2 different Kansas Cities.
There's Kansas City, Missouri, and Kansas City, Kansas.
Well, in this
Kansas City, Kansas, man, they got a mall that, matter of fact, I think it was 5 or 10 years before I moved there in Omaha. They had a mall that collapsed. And they rebuilt it, though, and the mall's beautiful. It really is pretty. When you go over to the other side, the Missouri side, where the chefs play, that is filth, man. That makes
Philadelphia look clean.
That makes South St. Pete look like heaven.
And that's saying something.
That's saying a lot. It really is. South St. Pete, I shouldn't say that, but it's true. We all know that. Hell, I was on Central, and anybody from 3rd and south of there, I was scared. I used to go to the store, though, but I got big kahunas, so I don't care, man. And they used to, hey, man, you straight? You straight? I'm like, what do you mean am I straight? You want to buy dope? I don't want to buy no dope. I'm here to get my beer. Leave me alone. I'm an alcoholic. And actually had the cops follow me home one day.
Seriously?
This is a true story.
Okay.
They followed me home. I mean, it was literally like from here over to the bar next door, and maybe a little longer. A block and a half away.
That's following you. Yeah. This wasn't going from here to Sandshakers next
I
door.
go in and this guy's telling me, you straight. And I'm like, leave me the hell alone. What do you mean am I straight? He was selling crack or whatever kind of dope he was selling. I said, get the hell away from me. And it was actually almost a fight inside the store. And then I leave the store and I'm walking home, and here pulls up this sheriff, Pinellas County Sheriff.
Oh, boy.
Certain parts of Pinellas County that are not St. Petersburg, they're what they call it, unincorporated. So you really don't have your own, like Clearwater got their own police. Everybody else got the sheriff. Well, sheriff pulls up and wants to talk to me. And he says, come over here. I can't believe it. It's so funny. I wish you could see, and I can paint this picture properly for you. But imagine a cop car, okay? And this dude is like, lean up against the car. And I'm like, oh, hell no. He said, what do you mean, hell no? I said, are you arresting me for something? Are you accusing me of something? And then second sheriff car pulls in. And usually down here in Clearwater, Florida, Pinellas, I'm tell you what, whether you're hurt or you're in trouble or you did something wrong, there will be 3 or 4 different sheriff vehicles, and there will be 6 or 7 of them. Don't mess around down here. You come to vacation in Pinellas, don't screw up. It's $22 a night to spend it at the 49th Street Hotel. That's our jail. Okay. And so anyways, I digress. What? I hate myself. Where the hell was I going with that?
I'm starting to wonder that myself. This occasionally happens after Robbie's medication breaks. He will, on occasion, get thrown off. This happens once in a while here on the show.
I do have mental health issues, people. And that's honest to God. I got hit in the head with a baseball bat when I was 9. And the ones who actually know me know that. And yeah, I
But
ain't,
I
ain't quite right.
And in all seriousness, though, I have a honest to God question about that. If that actually happened when you're 9, I'm not denying it did. But how are you able to have something like that happen and then be able to function properly as an ice hockey ref?
I don't know,
skating
but
and enforcing
you're
the
looking
rules?
at me, Matt, right now, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I am.
I'm gonna take these headphones here.
Okay.
Now, the 2 ears where they're at,
Yeah.
that's the only part of my head that's not cracked.
All right then.
It goes straight around.
Okay.
I don't know how. It's Lord Jesus Christ.
All right.
That's why I'm here. I'm here to press his message and have fun doing it and talk my crap. And I was talking about Trump, I think.
Yeah, you were. And apparently, Donald Trump will be interviewed on the pregame show on Fox before kickoff tomorrow and will be the first sitting U.S. president to ever
Yes, he
attend a
will.
Super Bowl.
Yes, he will. And I'm scared for him, actually. They're going to get him. I'm sorry. I promised myself I wasn't going to say this, but I was born 1 year and 1 day after they killed Kennedy. I sat in front of the TV. My mother and my grandmother were in the kitchen having coffee and smoking cigarettes. I think Grandma Tav had a little bit of vodka in her coffee, but Mom didn't drink, and she still doesn't. She'll tell you that's the truth. Yeah, everybody knows Mama Hodge. And I saw it happen, and I am afraid for him because he is really trying to change things deeply. You don't understand the power that these Democrats have. I was talking about that earlier with Rita Wilson Kane and all that. They have so much power. You don't understand it. You don't get rid of the little guy, get rid of the big ones. And they're going to come after him. I'm afraid for him, and I pray for him in the name of Jesus. I pray. Take care of Mr. Trump today and help him make him be less of a schmuck.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately.
No, it's not. He's going to continue to be. That's him. And that's what's good, though, because you get the truth. Did you hear about Tyreek Hill?
What'd he do this time?
Tyreek Hill, you know, he played football with
Yeah.
his 6 foot tall, 250-pound sister.
Say what?
And yes, he did. And he broke her leg playing football in the backyard. Then he carries her to the bedroom, and guess what they did?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, they did.
All right, let's
Yeah,
leave
they
it at
did.
that.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. I was like, oh my God, I got to write this down. I can't believe them. And it's a true story. I actually did some research on it. It is really true. Let's get to something serious here. Back to the Gaza Strip, man. I'll tell you what. Wow. I mean, we're sitting on World War III here. We really are.
You're not the only one to think that. I've heard a couple people say that they had a feeling going in once Trump's presidency started that something like that might happen.
It's very scary. It is. But
I agree.
I do like the one thing he said. Everybody thinks he's retarded, but open your mind to another thought. He says all the Palestinians get the hell out of Gaza. Okay, go wherever, but the other countries apparently won't take them right now. But he has meetings with them this weekend, so he's going to see all the Arab countries there and get them to take them. Go away. We're going to rebuild it. We're going to make the new Manhattan of Palestine, and then move back if you want, or not if you want. But let's create freedom. But the unfortunate thing is the Palestinians, their whole thing with their Islam religion is to kill the Jew and push them into the ocean. Well, stop. Be free. Enjoy life. If your religion tells you to kill somebody, I apologize. And I like what Matt said about, I did not express the consent of the studio here. This is my own thoughts.
Hold on. What you guys hear on the radio show is that of Robbie and whoever we have on the guest, and not affiliated with the Tan Talk Radio Network. These are Robbie's.
I wanted to mention
thoughts.
that when I came back in. That's what I was thinking about when I came back in. I said, I can't believe you said it. I'm finally glad you did say that.
Oh,
I can't believe it. I can't believe it took this many weeks for you to say that.
No, I say it practically every week here on the show that the opinions expressed here on the Tan Talk Radio Network are
they're
those of
completely
Robbie and the
mine.
guests.
They do not reflect Lola. Lola is as liberal gets. I can't believe she actually has me on the show.
Yeah.
I can't. I didn't know until I was here, 6 months, I found out she is as liberal as Hillary Clinton.
I don't know. I've never asked Lola about
But I
politics, and I don't
digress.
intend to. Anyway.
I love her. She is wonderful, man. The first time I met her, actually, she wore She had bell bottoms on, hippie colored bell bottoms. And, hey, Robbie, I wanted to meet you personally.
This is a family-friendly show, Robbie. Let's try
She's
to
a
remember
great
that.
chick, man.
Yeah.
She really is. Lola's great. Lola's great. I love her. I'm glad she tolerates me. But I said, Imus in the morning started here. Imus was the rush. I'm bringing back Imus, the 1340 WTAN Tan Talk Radio. I'm the next one that's going to make this place happen again. We're going to be top of the networks here in Tampa Bay. I don't know what are we, number 3, number 4. I can't even. How do I do that?
I don't even have access to that, to be honest with you.
How do I find out ratings?
I don't have access to that, to be honest with you.
I've been looking all over and like we don't exist.
No, we do. It's just I think the only people who have access to our ratings are
it might be that
station
low,
management. Yeah,
that we're not even worth mentioning. I don't know, but I'm going to change that. I guarantee you, I'm changing that. Yeah, that's what the left used to call the Gaza an outdoor prison. Let them out of the prison. Bam, rebuild it, make it nice, come back if you want. It's no longer a prison. And Israel, leave the Palestinians alone, and Palestine, leave the Israelis alone. Live your own little world there. Canada, Mexico, next door neighbors, whatever. You got your own little world. We got our own little world. You know, we can get along, you know. What was that way back in the day with the punch in the face black dude? Can't we all just get along? What was his name?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No, it was big news. It was a truck driver got punched. A black guy punched him. Sugar Plum.
Again, not sure what you're talking about.
Well, I'm off on my own thing. I'll think about that later. We're 57 after. We haven't talked damn Super Bowl yet. It's a Super Bowl.
Well, no, I have. You're just getting around to it now.
I heard you when I was out there, and I enjoyed that, by the way. You're great, Matt. I really appreciate that. But we got a minute and a half or whatever so left. And this is the way it is, dudes. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't like what I'm going to say because the spread is 1+ for the Eagles. So the proper bet would be to take the Chefs, and the Chefs to win by 1, which is a push. Okay? But that's not going to happen because the bookie wants to make money. Take the Eagles. Take the Eagles. I don't care if you listen to me all year. You're 38 for 50. That's 34 for 50. Excuse me. 68% on a year. Whatever you made, you bet $5 a week. You got money to play with. Bet it all on the Eagles. Flat out, period. You heard it here first from the one and only Robbie the Shark. It's all groovy.
And on that note, we have reached the end of the show. Until we tee it up again next time here on the program, this has been Tan Talk 1340. That was Robbie the Shark. Until we talk to you next week, it's all groovy, man.
Oh, suki now. Hey! Come on, baby. Hey there.